let's have it create a lunch recipe that incorporates ground beef and mac and cheese. And I'm going to say no artifacts because it just speeds things up. Let's see what it comes back with. Awesome. All right. Cheesy ground beef, mac and skillet. It's got all the details. Looks like, this is helpful, but what if I ask it to kind of do a better job and make it more specific? So, this has my ingredients instructions, but it's not really doing anything for me as far as the meal, as far as vegetables, fruits, and whether it's compliant. So we can do a follow-up and say, hey, let's make it more specific for a K through 5 lunch meal, and let's pick a vegetable fruit and make sure it's compliant. So let's see what it comes back with. Okay, nice. It's going to ask me some follow-up questions. I like raw. I know corn's popular. Let's do corn, and then we'll do the peaches and juice. I haven't had those in a while. Those are always good. Those are always great. Okay, so it's going to come back with some information. It's going to tell me about the type of meal components I need, the grains, the sodium. So this is pretty helpful. We're not going to go into all of these details because they just take forever. But it even gave us a recipe here with some scaling and whatnot. Um, so here's the question though, is like, how do we know if this is accurate? We pretty much need to dive in and like go through all of this on our own if we really are going to trust it, especially with like allergens and things like that. But we can ask it like, hey, what about the meal components and the allergens? Like, let's see what kind of breakdown it gives. So okay, great. It's going to give me the full breakdown. This is super cool. So it's going to give me the meat is 2 ounce cooked, the vegetables a half a cup, the fluid milk. Awesome. And then it's going to even give me the allergens. So we've got milk and wheat. Really helpful. Now, I don't know if it's going to do this today. We'll find out. If not, I have a screenshot that we'll go through. But let's ask if we're sure it's accurate. Let's see. Maybe it might say it's totally accurate. It might try something different. Let's just see. This is kind of the fun part about demos is you never know. All right. Well, actually, it looks like maybe it did get a couple things wrong. So it said, good news, most of what I shared was accurate, but there are a few important corrections. I don't know if, at least for me, when I'm working on compliance, like especially the compliance code, mostly being accurate doesn't work. That's not really good enough. So, here's an example. The whole grain requirement is at least 80% must be whole grain. It said 100% have to be whole grain. Well, that's not really accurate. Milk. Oh yeah, it's got the new added sugar requirement. The earlier one didn't cover added sugar at all. That's helpful. And then looks like it changed some stuff with the grains and stuff. So overall, it's compliant, but not quite all the way there. So it's helpful, but again, it's just predicting output. So it's predicting the way it works is it's looked at this recipe, this cheesy ground beef mac skillet. It's looked at a version of this or variants of it all across the internet, and it's predicting what the meal components should be and what the allergens should be. It gets it really close. Like, don't get me wrong, it gets it really close. It's very impressive. But it's predicting. It didn't reason. It didn't have logic to say, oh, this has whole milk, therefore it does this. It just knows things with whole milk will have, a milk allergen or things like that. So